Hey Gary, here's a quick video just kind of going over um, multi-charts and some of the features it has that are similar to TradeStation and ones I think are a little bit better and some things that aren't so great in comparison. But of course, probably the one thing that stands out the most is the data playback, and I think that's what I think you'd find most useful. So I've used both. I've used TradeStation for quite a while. Things I like about multi-charts that aren't in TradeStation, I'll go through those things first. First off, is it's a trend line drawing feature, a horizontal trend line. So trend lines are normal. Just click. You can clone them, make a trend channel if you want. One advantage that's not in TradeStation, it's a horizontal feature. If I click the trend line and hit the control button, it turns into a perfectly horizontal line. So it saves me time. I spend a lot of time trying to get it just perfect or try to get it as perfectly horizontal as I can. I don't even think about it. I can throw them up, and if I want to extend right, just go extend right. Formatting it, TradeStation is kind of neat because you can select it from the right click. Here you have to go to format trendline box. But to be honest, I counted the number of clicks. It's about the same. It doesn't take any more time doing this. It's kind of nice because if I want to change color and style, I don't have to right click again to go back to the menu. So in that sense, if you're doing more than one thing to a line, this is a little bit faster. One disadvantage though is if you go to a dotted line, you can't change the weight, but you can only change the weight on the trend line. That's solid, not one that's dotted or any of the other styles here. Another neat feature is the trend channel, which is pretty cool. It saves some time because if you want to readjust, you don't have to recopy. You can just readjust it, and it's in perfect sync with the other line. You can even change the colors. It changes both the colors at the same time. So that's an added advantage. Another neat feature is the track time and price feature. You click on this if you're looking at a higher time frame or even a smaller time frame, any time frame. Say I want to look at the detail in here, I just click and it pulls the faster time frame in sync with the slower time frame. It also does it faster to slow. So say I want to look at the higher time frame on this, click, brings it all back. If you don't want that feature, you can just turn it off. It has the hand. I see you using this quite a bit, so you can adjust it and move it around. It's really easy. Reset scale, go reset scale, and put it back into place. One disadvantage to multi-charts is the white wave. You see this little white space here. In TradeStation, it brings it all the way to the bottom of the box. But it's not a big deal. It just wastes a little bit of real estate, screen real estate, and that's kind of a bummer. But the biggest advantage is the data playback, and it works really, really well. There's a couple glitches they've had recently, and I think they're trying to fix them. It works with tick charts, but it doesn't work as well as it does with minute charts right now. There's a few workarounds you can do, but super simple. Hit jump, go to the chart that you want to walk forward in, and click on where you want to start. So let's say you want to start just before the open here, 23rd. It'll pull it forward. You could also use the calendar, so I can go to the 19th instead. I'll jump to the 19th, and if I want to do 5 o'clock in the morning, it goes to 5 o'clock in the morning. You can do it any way you want. It's pretty simple. Now, if you want to integrate higher time frames in, you just hit global mode, and it pulls higher time frames in. Now, the walk forward, it's a 5-minute bar, so if I just want to go bar by bar, I just go 5 minutes here. It'll update bar by bar and update daily as well as a 60-minute. I'm using a 24-hour chart on here. For some reason, the daily chart, it's another glitch that they're working on. But if I go minute by minute, this is kind of a neat feature. You play, and the bars will unfold 1 minute at a time. You can control the speed with this. And that way we can kind of see a bar and how it's unfolding every minute or so. It'll update. So that's kind of neat. That might add some more nuance to what you teach us. But I think the greatest value is integrating faster time frames. And your last few deep practices were on this, and it'd be neat if we can integrate the two and work more off of this 60-minute. I know it's really hard for you to do with TradeStation. You have to click on offline and you have to make sure you don't jump ahead too far. This, you don't even think about it. I mean, I could treat this like I would a live chart, so I don't worry about accidentally moving forward. I saw the data. You don't have to worry about that. Scale. So you can treat the chart like you would a live chart, and it makes a little less to worry about. Now, arrows are the same. One thing I kind of like for annotating my charts, I use this arc feature, and it helps me look for shortening of the thrust. Here, daily has some shortening of the downward thrust. I'll use that. I'll use that little drawing tool. Anyways, just thought you'd find it useful. Something you might consider.